Hey everybody, and welcome back to W140 Restorations. In this episode we're working on Project Heidi, and to see if I can catch it in the camera here, but Heidi's windshield is very scratched, and it's got a really, there you can see right here, this glaze all over it. When I went to pick her up down in West Palm, we were about a mile from the beach, so it looks like there's been sand just ground into the windshield. So what we're going to do in this episode is try to get this off of here. Alright guys, here's what we're going to be using today in addition to a corded power drill. I purchased some cerium oxide, did some research on what was the best thing to take the scratches out of glass, and I've got a 3-inch polishing wheel, a cotton polishing wheel. So we need to soak this in water and then mix this cerium oxide 2-to-1 with water in a non-reactive bowl. Glass, and we're going to go ahead and make a paste or a slurry and apply it to our polishing wheel, and then do circles and try to kind of a wax on wax off maneuver to see if we can take the glazing off of the windshield. So let's go ahead and open this up, get to measuring, and see how she does on the windshield. Yeah, what appears to be just a heavy felt wheel. So let's get some water and start soaking that, and we'll start mixing up. We'll grab another glass bowl. Okay, step 1, soaky. All right, bowl number 2. And it's twice the cerium oxide to water. It's 2-to-1 ratio. So yeah, 1/4 cup of that, 1/8 of a cup of that, and start mixing her up. All right, little mixed magic right there off camera, and let's see how it goes. Let's see how she does on this windshield for Heidi. Because honestly, pretty hard to look through it in a bright, beautiful, sunny Florida day. So we need to get that fixed. Tried to do a little bit of cutting compound, and that didn't dent it at all. So the glass is pretty solid. So pretty hard too. So let's see if this will work. Alright guys, the last bit of hardware is this thing right here. This is my old school Milwaukee Magnum hole shooter. We're going to go ahead and use our chuck and go ahead and put this bad boy in here. We're not going to use any corded sort of tools because what I'm looking for is torque and a lot of it. So we're going to be using this bad boy right here, and we're going to be pretty much grinding. Sorry for that. We're going to be doing a little bit of grinding on the glass. As effectively what we're doing is going to be trying to take a layer of that glass off, and we're going to take a lot of torque to do it. So figure we're going to have to use some old school and not use any corded stuff. So let's go ahead and plug this in and grab our paste and go. Okay, I picked an area not in your usual indirect view to see how this goes. So we've got our cotton polishing wheel, and we've got a little bit of our compound, and we're gonna see how this stuff goes. So wish me luck. All right, everybody. Ended up making a tremendous mess outside. So Heidi is in the garage, and I'm going to show you all a little bit of effort. Some of the, you can see the difference right here. It's really hard to show you on camera, but you can see where some of the glazing came off and some is still there. So the point is, we've got a lot more work to do. But what I did was I sat inside Heidi, and this is pretty much the viewable area of the windshield, and this is not. This is like tint strip, sort of like territory. So I put the windshield in quarters and started again on the driver's side, arguably the most important part of the windshield to be able to see out of. And I'm going to show you how I slowly, I mean very slowly, went back and forth cutting with our mixture of water and the cerium oxide, and we'll see just how much glaze we took off to get it down, so we don't have that driving in the car. Alright guys, that's like the third cut on driver's side. We're gonna take our water and our paper towels. We're gonna go ahead and get that cleaned off and see what it looks like. It comes off real easy. It dries back into its original dusty form. Your fingers are wet, but you can see it just comes right off. All right, I'll do this one last time and take a look at our handiwork. No matter what, anything we do is going to be better than what it was. It was nearly impossible to see out of it in the sunlight here in Central Florida, and that's what we got right now. And it's perfect weather for driving around in a drop top. So I'll wait for that to dry, take a look at our handiwork, and see just how clear it is. I already wiped the inside of the windshield using Windex, so you can make sure that anything is only on the outside. All right. Yeah, it might be impossible for you all to see it. There's still a little bit of glazing, but honestly, that's pretty damn good. Yeah, let's walk on the other side of the car and see if you can tell a difference. Okay, maybe there's a better angle. This is the glazing. That's where the windshield wiper never got it. And there's the glazing down here. But honestly, guys, so much better. All right, let's keep at it. A lot of elbow grease, but we gotta finish Driver's side, probably gonna take about 4 times over to get it cut the way we want it. So let's finish it up. All right. Just a little bit of water. Keep our wheel wet. It's gonna get loud. A little bit of our mixture. Just get the excess off. And yeah, of course, the spots I haven't gotten are the ones that are super far away and the hardest parts to reach. All right, everybody, I think that is 4 passes on both sides, and that is a just like tremendous arm workout, like just your forearms reaching over to try to get these super tight swirls and going slow and cross-cutting all the way through the windshield. You can see just how tight my swirls were, trying to make sure we had a consistent grind on both sides. A few things I learned, top tip. Keep the felt wet, so always have kind of a bowl with just kind of water and whatever comes off the wheel, and you kind of keep it moist and let it drip out a little bit, then put it back in your paste solution. This has since dried out a lot since I've been finished here for a bit, but have gone over it several times, and it might be time to go ahead and wipe it down to see if there's any bits that are left. I really don't want to do spots anymore. I want to make sure I do the whole thing evenly, so I might actually do one more quick 5th pass, but it's been a lot. It's a whole lot of work. It's taken quite a bit of time and patience to get through this. Each cut maybe 15 minutes aside, 30 minutes total, so I'd say I've got a couple hours in it easy to make sure that the windshield isn't as scratched as it was. It was scratched to hell and back. So let's see what it looks like after we wipe it down. All right, there's most of the, we're just gonna call it schmutz, the cerium oxide solution off with all the grinding, and let's get it knocked down with some Windex and see what it's really gonna look like. It's been a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I can't imagine how much a new windshield for one of these costs. If you could even source an original one, and I'm not talking about some as seen on TV sort of place. I'm talking like Mercedes-Benz original. Probably extremely expensive, probably very rare. But this is elbow grease and sweat equity at its best. Let's see how it turns out. I just hope you guys can see it on screen. That's the big thing, is you may not get to appreciate just how bad it was and then how good it looks now in person. I can already see that I'm going to have to do another pass in the middle of the passenger side. I can see some remnants of the scratching for what looked like sand underneath the windshield wiper blade for years. Like they never changed the wiper blades or didn't care to or whatever. But yeah, I can still see some scratches on the passenger side. They're not as bad as they were, but they're definitely there. And I don't know if it's going to show in the LED lights or not. There's some right here. They're the same consistent arced scratches right here in the middle of what the passenger would see. Let's walk around to the driver's side, see what's over there. Okay, driver's side. I'm pleased with the driver's side. Yep. Looks like one more time on the passenger side. I guess slow and steady, but my goodness, is it a lot of work. All right. Yeah, right through this middle area right here. All right, we'll get after it. All right, guys, from the inside of Heidi, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in the background. I've got lots of projects always going on. But I will share with you the one thing you all don't see is you don't see a lot of crazy ridges in the glass anymore. She's done. And let me hop out on the outside and show you all what I'm talking about. But you can definitely drive her down the road and not have any glare. And here's what she looks like on the outside after 6 complete passes. About 15 minutes each side, 30 minutes each pass. So you do the math, it's about 3 full hours of using the Cerium Oxide on the windshield. And I'm going to consider this a full restoration. It's not a replacement. It's not like taking a part off and putting a part on, but this was restoring the original windshield on Heidi, and it looks real good, guys. I mean, you cannot see the scratches. There might be a spot here or there, but if anything, it is 99% done. One of the last things I did was put a new wiper blade on it. I like Bosch products, so Bosch micro edge 22-inch, and for the R129, it's an easy click in. It's not like messing with the W140s where you have to raise the hood and put it in the maintenance position. This one is easy, pull on, pull off. So got a new wiper blade, but that is the last part of this episode, is getting the windshield done and restoring this one. I've got a lot more work to do on Heidi, but if you guys like the content, please subscribe. Please leave me comments. I love responding to all of the viewers and all the questions that I get. So everyone, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again on the next episode of W140 Restorations.